personally, last week market is not that interesting to me, and I told you guys that I'm not seeing the DSY breaking this 107 to the upside last week. So we saw the retracement here. That is that Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and then this is a Friday candle. So market starts to make sense on Thursday evening. You get when I actually saw the clear direction that okay, this USD is becoming weaker. That was when the DSY break below this low right here, this low of 106.124, and it settled at 105.782. that is before the market close on Friday. So I'm still on the opinion that this month and the next month, I'm not saying the US dollar breaking this high right here. What I'm actually seeing is that we might see price coming back to retest this level of 103 and then 104. This level between 103 and 104 before any other movement to the upside to break the 104. So that's what I'm actually looking at, because market need to retest this low before it go further. And then if you check let's go to the 1 hour. Let's see what's going on in the 1 hour. I want to check the 4 hours before, but let's just move to 1 hour candle. So you can see that price has break this low. Price has invalidated this low. But for me, I still believe that we should see some support holding here and price to retest this 106. Obviously filling this gap, and then from there you can see price breaking this low to the downside. Obviously that is what I'm actually looking for in the DSY going to the next week. So probably looking for price to make some retracement, some deep retracement back to this area. Then probably we'll see something like head and shoulder there. Then we'll see price breaking that part to the upside to come and test this 103 level before we see any further move to the upside. So if you are seeing the US dollar PS now, you'll be seeing that something similar is about to happen. Like we can see that DU has already once of the support level. If you check the weekly time frame, you see the support level, the GBP US dollar bounce up from, which means that I might start seeing dollar weakness for the next couple of days. But on Monday, probably I want to see price coming back to this area and then giving a rejection signal, and we'll see price breaking this 106, and then price might actually come back to 103 level. That is what I'm looking at. Next week I'll be banking on the US dollar weakness. So after Monday, I will look at what market will do on Monday, how market react to these levels on Monday. So this will give me a very solid conviction. So but I'm of the opinion that we'll see US dollar weakness next week. Continue to see the US dollar weakness next week. As you can see, this is the 4 hour time frame. This is the low, the DSY break, and then you might see a deep pullback. Probably if it did not reject here, then I'll be waiting for here for price to reject and then come back to this level. So if you're just joining this channel for the first time, this is Ambafx. So this is where I bring you the latest insight in the world of forex market, the fundamental and the technical, including the sentimental analysis. So do well to subscribe, like, and share, and don't forget to drop your opinion on what you think about this individual pair and the pair you are looking at in the comment section. It is highly appreciated, and don't forget to click on like. You know, the YouTube algorithm, if you like a video, it will take it to the people that actually need it, like you understand. So don't forget to drop your like in this video. So before we go to the individual currency, let's check the economic activities of next week. So from December 1 to December 7, so this is what we're actually looking at in the market. So next week from December 1 to December 7, and as you can see, next week is NFP week, so you have to brace up for what is going on, as for what is coming in the NFP. But from on Monday we have the ISM manufacturing PMI from the US dollar, and then on Tuesday we have the Swiss franc CPI. It is a high impact news. Job opening from the United States, and then on Wednesday we have the ADP non-farm employment change. You understand? And then we have the ISM manufacturing, ISM service PMI on Wednesday from the United States, and then we have the Powell speech on Wednesday too. On Thursday we have the unemployment claim, as we have it every Thursday. And then on Friday we have the biggest news of the month, which is the average hourly earning, the unemployment rate, and the non-farm employment change from the US dollar, and then the unemployment rate from the Canadian dollar. So the unemployment rate is expected to increase by 4.2%, and don't forget that markets might be pricing this starting from Tuesday or Wednesday. You get, might be pricing this forecast for the unemployment rate to increase by 1%, from by 0.1%, from 4.1 to 4.2. So let's see what it's read. So as you can see, the non-farm employment change was expected to increase to 202,000. You understand? To 202,000. So these are the industrialized those employed in the industry apart from the farming sectors. So let's see, it's expected to increase to 202,000, and the average hourly earning is expected to reduce to 0.3%. So these are what you want to look at, and this consensus is what you want to look at, and market might be pricing out this consensus starting from Tuesday or Wednesday. They might be saying that the US dollar is weak, and if this news surprises the market, then we'll now see a massive sell-off in the GBP USD, SND USD, AUD USD, and Euro US dollar. But if it comes out as predicted, or we still have this unemployment rate coming even better than 4.2, then we should see the US dollar, the DSY, selling massively. That is, I'm talking about the DSY. So that is that about the economic activity. So let's check the individual currency on our watch list. So number one pair I want to check is gold, XAU US dollar. For me, I still believe that we should see a massive dump in gold back to this level, and then if this level did not hold, you should see it back to 2,547. And last couple of weeks ago I told you that we are going to see a massive sell from here, and it all happened probably last week, and the last 2 weeks we started seeing gold falling from this level. And then we see this massive retracement. So if we want to look at it, if we actually put a fib level from the high to that low, we see that price break out on the 61.8 level here. It broke out the 61.8 level, but it didn't touch the 78.6 level before it declined. And here we fail to see any high created here. We fail to see another high that will invalidate this high around this particular area. So which means that we are caught in we can call it a flag button. So this is the pattern, you know, something like this, you get. So this is where our price is caught in. So probably we might see even if it went to go and do one more retest to the upside. So this is what I'm actually looking at, for price to break out to the downside, and then we'll see price coming back to 2609 or coming back to 2547. And one thing I wanted to look at is the daily time frame. You see that there is no momentum in the daily time frame. Buyers don't really have a big momentum to the upside like that. As you can see, just seeing a buy, a rejection, and the one we saw last Friday, after it buy to this level, we saw it rejecting back to this level, which means that we might actually see a big sell-off candle precede this one to the downside. And then, because if you see this momentum of this candle, you see that sellers are actually dominating the market right now. See the momentum of the selling, see the selling pressure, but the selling pressure fade here, and we saw some buying pressure. But when the price gets here, we saw another sell-off around this area, which means that we might actually see price breaking that particular level to the downside. As you can see, you might see price breaking this level to the downside and price coming back to 2609. If this level break, we should be looking for price to come back to 2560. So what I'll be doing on gold next week is I'll be selling or do nothing, and this is my safe zone right here. If price break this to the upside, then I might join the buyers, you get. But for price to still stay below this area, and there is another thing I want to, there is obviously a supply level around this particular area. As you can see, obviously a supply level around this particular area like this, where price want to, and then, you know, price has actually rejected from there. So we can just see one more retest of that level. Probably maybe it just few breakouts to clear those that put tight stop loss here. Then you start seeing market falling back to this particular area, and then if that area did not hold, we'll see price coming back to 2660. So that's what I'm actually looking at on gold, going to the next week to sell gold. So on GBP USD, if you check let's check the weekly time frame together, you'll see that price has bounced off this area. I said last week that we should see price bouncing up from, so the price has rejected that area. So coming to the 4-hour time frame, what I'm actually looking at in the 4-hour time frame, you see that price has actually break this resistance level too. As you can see, it has been broken, and then you actually see the retest. So probably we might still see one more retest here before we see price coming back to 1.28645. So going to the next week, I don't see the GBP USD going below this area. Even if it go below this area, we might see price still coming back inside, and then go as high as to 1.28645. So personally, what I'm actually looking for next week, if price still stay above 1.26808, I will be buying GBP USD back to 1.28645. That is what I want to do next week, and this is almost like is even more than 200 pips it gets to the upside. So let's see how price react at this particular area going forward to the next week. So on the SAD USD, I dropped this on Friday around this particular area. Now I dropped it on the 27th, I thought Wednesday. So I asked able to close at entry, but when I saw the rejection, I enter back in my paper trading, because I didn't actually trade last week. I was taking a trading break because I don't really understand what market is doing. So market start became clearer on Thursday and Friday that we might actually see a retracement on the US dollar pair. So for me, you can see that price has come back to this zone. Price has come back to this particular zone here where it actually did a fake out before. So as price did a fake out here, we might see a very big buy at that particular area. The buy that might go on for like weeks, you get, because this area has been invalidated and price still came above that particular area, which means that we might see a very long bullish bias around this particular area that might actually even break this to the upside. So that's what I'm actually looking at here. But for me, on my paper trading, the take profit is here. So I'll be trading on Monday. So I'll be waiting for any rejection that will make the price come back, probably maybe back to entry or back to 0.58775. Then I'll be waiting for a bullish bias that will actually invalidate this high right here. So that's what I'm looking at, a bullish bias on SND USD. So this is my safe zone right here. Below this level is my safe zone. If price come below 0.58775, I won't be interested in trading SND US dollar, because if it go below this area, it means that price has break back this particular strong support, because it break it before, it went back inside. If it break it again, I don't think there's anything we can do than to be looking for a sell pressure. But the sell pressure might not even come, because if price break below this area back, there's a possibility that if price gets here, it will find a support and then we'll break this whole resistance to the upside. So if price break below this, then I will be waiting for price to either break this back or invalidate this low. No matter how this it takes to wait, I will be willing to do that. So that is SND USD. So this week I didn't actually trade, because when price break below this area, this is Monday candle, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. So I can't take a sell here, because it's very, very dangerous to even take a sell here. So as you can see, price even bounce back and create another high right here. So it came back inside this zone, so which means that we might see price breaking this high and then come as high as this. So let's continue our price action. So the next one is AUD SND. So on Friday I saw SND at this price level. Sorry, AUD USD at this price level. So what I'm actually looking at is to buy AUD US dollar. So which means that at this price level, I will be willing to buy AUD US dollar back to 0.66856. So that's what I'll be willing to do going forward to the next. So I'll be waiting for price to invalidate this high. You understand? Because when we check this, we have price has created a double bottom around this area, and this is a daily time frame. So if you go to the 4-hour time frame, you see what I'm actually saying right there. It will be clear somehow. So price create gap, it come here towards to fill the gap, whereby creating a double bottom. So and that double bottom is at a very crucial level. If you check very well, it's at a very, very important level. So what I'm actually looking at is for price to settle above 0.65088, and we'll see price pushing back to 0.66856. So if price now break below 0.64796, I will not be buying AUD US dollar. So I'll wait for price to either coming back to retest this area to buy, or wait for price to invalidate this low, so that I can start looking for where I will be selling from. Again, so that's that about. So on Euro USD, you can see this pattern right here, which means that price has invalidated this low, come back to break above this low, and then retest that low to the what, to the upside. So which means that probably next week I'll be waiting for price to come back to 1.06846. so I'm a bullish bias on euro US dollar next week. That is what I want to do. I'm bullish bias on euro US dollar next week. So on euro AUD 2, I'm on bullish bias on euro Australian dollar too. So if you go to the weekly time frame, let's see how price react to all those levels. So last week or last couple of weeks, we saw a sell-off here last 2 weeks, and I predict the sell-off at this particular area when price start creating something here, and then we saw this sell-off. So last week we saw price rejecting at this area and settling above. So that is for the weekly time frame. So going to the daily time frame, we saw some massive movements here for 3 days consecutively. You get for 3 days, and then we saw the sellers trying to come back in, but they don't have the power to push this price to the upside. So they keep failing. You know, when price come here, it creates a weak rejection to the upside. When it come back, it creates another weak rejection to the upside, which means that buyers will actually hijack this price and then probably dominate the price. So let's check the 4 hours time frame. So on the 4 hour, we saw something like this. We saw price keep creating some kind of pattern at this particular area. So what I'm actually waiting for now is for the pattern to break out. So if you check the 1 hour time frame, you will see that the pattern might soon break out. So what I'm actually looking at is for price to come back here. I will see the breakout of this pattern where I'm actually buying from, and then we'll be taking my profit at 1.63559. So I'm on bullish bias on euro AUD going to the next week. On Australian dollar, Canadian dollar, I've been on bearish bias here, but price is just doing anyhow. But for me, I don't think price might actually move above 0.9138 for next week. So what I'm actually looking for is probably a little retracement and a sell back to 0.90235. So that's what I'm looking at on AUD Canadian dollar going to the next week. So I'm looking for a sell bias on the AUD Canadian dollar. So I think there's a network issue there, so let's wait for price to load. So as you can see, price is just creating some random price action here. You get, but what I'm actually looking at is for price to see this big rejection in the 4 hour time frame on Friday. So which means that I might be waiting for probably a retest and then see price breaking this to the downside, and then we see price settling at 0.90235. So on the euro USD, let's check euro USD. Euro USD has created a multiple rejection at this low, even creates a what I did not know here, a fake breakout, another fake breakout, another fake breakout. So I still believe that we should see the euro USD going to the upside to retest this level probably next week, but this price action is not clear. So what we want to do is we want to see a big bullish momentum candlestick around this area. That's where you want to buy from, and then you want to set your stop loss below this 0.7841, but your stop loss might get hit because this thing is just creating some weak rejection candle that we did not understand. So let's see how it goes there. Let's be neutral on that aspect for now. So on GBP USD, which is the last pair I want to check today, so I think we should see a continuation to the upside around this particular area, and I believe that we should see bounce strength coming to the market next week. So probably if this breakout, so this is where I want to start buying from now. So if this breakout and we see the Monday candle closes bullish I will be buying. If Monday candle closes bullish, then I will join the buyers. I'll be buying, probably taking the first take profit. Yeah. Oh yeah, so let's just indicate what is going on around that particular area. So as you can see, so if we have a Monday closes bullish, so I'll be buying, and I'll probably take my profit at 2.18967. Another thing I want to say is that in addition to all of this, Fundedness is doing a 50% promo, you get, which you can just use to level up to most of the Black Friday most of the Black Friday offers that the Profem are offering now. You can just buy it even if you are not trading it now. Just buy it. It's a big opportunity for you to buy it and keep the account till January where you start trading it. You understand? So it's an opportunity for you to actually do that. So there's a link in the description box. If you click on it, you'll see I have like 3 Profem there. So the funded nest is there also, which I highlighted. So you can actually click on it and buy it. So the promo code, I'll put the promo code there, which you will use to buy the 50% discount Profem on funded nest. And there's a link to a verified broker in the description box, so you can just click and register. And the broker you register through the competition to, the broker is a very reputable broker. They've been around for years now, and they've been maintaining their reputation. So it is XM. It is very, very easy to fund and very easy to withdraw. So the minimum deposit to there is the same thing at Forex, is $5. They have Naira account, they have dollar account, so you can start using it to trade. Also, even when you win a competition, you can divide the money into 2, put it back into XM and start trading it and start making your profit. So that's where you elevate your trading career from. So as we're going to the next week, don't forget that next week is an NFP week. Trade safely, use your protective stop loss, and don't over trade. I used to say it, don't over trade. 2 trades per day is okay for you. You know, if one fucked up, you know that you take your time to find another setup. You understand? And if this other one fucked up, you close for that day. You don't need to be around the market and start forcing things. That's when you actually lose your account. So stay safe, guys. See you next week.